to give me a Grammy. She is a baddie, gave this bitch in my addy. Shorty pulled up to the
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Backpack Tay, and you already see what the title is. You know what we talking about. First things first, I'm not gonna lie, I got this bright light right there in my face, bro, and it's killing my eyes. I can't even see myself in the camera because the light is mad bright, and then I also don't got my glasses on. Can I see myself? Yeah, but the light's mad bright. I don't want it reflecting off my glasses, so we're just gonna have to go like this. Y'all see the title of the video. This is how to become a model and kind of how I became a model, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna give y'all a lot of like really important details because like I feel like within modeling there's all these bull crap rules that people who aren't models that watch like America's Top Model and stuff like that, which are strictly runway models, which are different. There's different types of models. I feel like a lot of people hear all these rules and stuff and hear all these height requirements and all this bull crap, and they just feel like they can't be a model because they don't fit the standard, right? So before I get started, first thing I'm gonna do is tell you guys like some things about me, right? Just some things so you understand my height, my weight, all this. I'm gonna put a picture of my body on here so you guys see what I look like. I'm 6 feet tall. About right now, I just weighed myself. Right now, I just weighed myself. I think I'm 162 pounds, I think it said. I wasn't paying attention. My weight jumps around from 160 to 175 all the time, but I typically look the same. It's just my shoulders get a little bigger, right? So I'm currently signed to LA Models. LA Models, I'll put their page up right here. LA Models was my main agency, but after me and my mother agency were, you know, no longer doing business, LA Models became my mother agency. Now, a lot of people are gonna ask, like, what's a mother agency? What's a regular agency? Why they call it a mother agency is because based off the title of a mom, she's supposed to nurture you, she's supposed to help you. So a mother agency can do two things. Well, they can do more than two, but I basically break it down this way. A mother agency can do two things. They could book you gigs. Gigs are photo shoots, paid photo shoots, test shoots, get your modeling book up. Anything with photos and money and modeling, they could do that for you. And then they can also reach out to other agencies and get you signed. So when you're signed to an agency, you can get signed to multiple agencies. So I know people that are signed with 5 agencies, like, you know, Wilhelmina, LA Models, IMG, One Management, Scorpion, like there's a whole bunch of stuff. So I know people that sign multiple times. So a mother agency, like for example, I want to get into acting. That's my main goal. So my mother agency, LA Models, eventually they're gonna reach out to acting agencies and get me signed. So they're basically helping you grow. They're like your coach, but they also let you play. A regular agency, and again, LA Models is an agency, but they have the potential to be your mother agency or just your agency. When they were originally just my agency, they just booked me gigs. They don't reach out to other agencies. They don't help me get signed. They don't nurture, you know what I mean? They help me get set up because I was a starting model, but they don't do all the other stuff. So that's the two differences. Now, I'm gonna go through 3 types of models, and this is where I'm gonna break the stigma for a lot of people's confusion. Now, there's probably more types of models, but for right now, I've only been involved and or seen 3 types. There's commercial models, there's fashion models, and there's runway models. Now when you go on websites, like for example, you go on LA Models, you're not going to see a tab that says commercial models, fashion, blah blah blah. You will see a tab that says fashion, and you'll see a tab that says runway models. Now if you're wondering what the hell is the difference between all these 3, I'll break it down very simple. Commercial models are basically models that you see on websites, right? You see a model on a website kind of like wearing, you know, clothes, and you see them from the side, the back, the front. It kind of seems like the main point of this photo isn't the model, it's actually the items that person's wearing. So you go on things like Boohoo, right? You go on Boohoo, you see the men on there wearing, you know, the same clothes, same poses, 5 different outfits, and they're basically showing the clothes off. They're a commercial model. So I've done a couple things for commercial models. I've done something for Jackson. I'll put some snippets up here. I'll put some snippets up here. Jackson was for the jewelry. It wasn't me, you know what I mean? It wasn't, you know, it wasn't really me, and I wasn't the main part at all. It was just really the jewelry, and I just happened to fit the look they wanted. A fashion model is a little bit different. Fashion model, you'll see, I guess I'll give you some brands to, you know, kind of change things up. If you're strictly a fashion model, I'll probably never see you on Nike, Under Armour. I probably won't see you on Champs, on Finish Line. I probably won't, like, you know, like Abercrombie is like commercial, you know, commercial model. Hollister's a commercial model because like you're in the malls, like you're commercialized, you know, like mainstream, right? This is the best way I can say it. Mainstream. Commercial models are mainstream. Nike, Foot Locker, Jordan. Those are all mainstream things that everybody has access to. Now, everybody does have access to Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and Coco Chanel and all that stuff, but it's not the same because it's limited. It costs more. So that's when high fashion comes into play. Nike is not high fashion. Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Fendi, Prada, all those, Saint Laurent, those are all high fashion. So those are fashion models. Pretty straightforward. I don't really have to describe that much. And you'll kind of see the differences with poses. When you go on Gucci and stuff like that, you'll see people hitting a whole bunch of different poses that you won't see in commercial models. You'll see people jumping through the air. You won't really see that much with commercial models. It happens, but not that much. Runway models, pretty simple, runway. They walk down the runway, they wear, you know, fashion clothes, statements, walk back and forth, boom. Now, I'm gonna go into a couple stigmas or a couple rules that were supposed to be true about models that I guess to some extent is true, but just because it's a rule or something that's common, it doesn't mean that if you don't fit the standard, you can't be a model. You know, one of the things I remember growing up is that models always had to be slim in shape, tall, very, you know, handsome or very beautiful, whatever, girl, boy, whatever you are, you know what I mean? Now, I'll tell you, like I said, I'm 6 feet. Now, I know a couple models, especially in LA models, that are 5'9", 5'10", 5'11". There's probably some that's 5'8". I just don't know every model they sign, and I'm not about to go on their website and search it. But if you go on LAmodels.com, you'll see heights and measurements of some of these models. And there's a tab for new faces, and there's a tab for, you know, just regular models. And the regular models are models that have been established. They've been doing a lot of modeling stuff for a while. They get the most play because they've been in the game for a while. I'm new, so I'm under new faces, but I sometimes check it in my spare time because I want to see what type of photos they take. I want to build my book. I kind of want to learn, and a lot of them are shorter than me, and I'm just 6 foot. Now, that's the same thing for fashion and commercial models. I know a lot of fashion models that are like 5'11" that are getting paid $15,000 a month. I know a couple runway models that are 6'4", 6'3", 6'2". I know 2 or 3 runway models that are actually 5'11" and 6 feet. Now, the one thing I will say is that most runway models are typically taller. They are typically taller, so they are typically 6 feet plus. Doesn't mean you can't do it, just you're typically taller. Like I said, I know people in, you know, different heights, different ethnicities, different looks of all of that. Now, my next thing is, I feel like a lot of people are very conscious of how they look, and, you know, they have, you know, low self-esteem. They look at themselves in the mirror and they're like, I could never be a model. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not handsome enough. I'm gonna say this in the most respectful way. Some of the most successful models that I know, to me, in my opinion, aren't the most attractive. And that goes for women and men. I think that some of them, the ones that I don't think are the, you know, the world's basis of attractive, like Michael B. Jordan, you know what I'm saying? Tay-Jaughn, me, boom, whore. So like, I just feel like I'm gonna be up there. I feel like, you know, you got Michael B. Jordans, and then you got like, let's say Machine Gun Kelly, right? Has a bald head, tattoos like all over his body and stuff like that. Looks very different. He would be a successful model because, well, he's already modeled in magazines anyway, especially because he's an artist, but his look is different. The thing is with models now, there's like, you know, this big urge for different. I know models with face tattoos that are stupid successful. Doesn't mean go ahead and get a face tattoo. It will be a little bit harder for you to be out there, but if you have a face tattoo and you want to model, boom. I know a couple. Actually, I know some that have full face tattoos. I know a Caucasian kid that's literally blue, red, yellow face tattoos all over the place. And I know a black dude that has a face tattoo here, neck tattoos going all over. I have tattoos all the way down, wrong arm, stupid. I have tattoos going all the way down my left arm, my chest, my legs, and stuff like that. So they're not in the places that show the most, but my arm, literally, as you see, my arm looks black versus this arm. I got a light in front of me, so makes the tattoos a little easier to see. Now, boom, I got the basic details out the way. I just kind of want to give you guys this thing like, yo, stop beating yourself up. Stop saying you're not tall enough. You don't look good enough. Everybody can be a model. You just have to do the things it is to get there. And it's like, it's a little harder for some people and sometimes it's not. Now, I'm going to let you guys know what I did in particular to become a model. And you're going to see how the first set of things I did could have worked. And the second thing I did worked. You know, it was 2 different things. Now, when I finally decided to, you know, really want to become a model, my sister helped me, right? She's not my real sister, but she's one of my close friends. I call my sister. She helped me make a website, basically kind of like a comp card, right? Now, let me show you guys a comp card. Boom. Hopefully you guys can see this. I know the light's going to be in the way a little bit, so let me do this. You guys see this? It's a comp card. Has my height, my measurements, and everything right here on the bottom. Has another picture on the back with my name on it, stuff like that. I know it's a little hard to see, but LA models, stuff like that. Has my height, my measurements, all that crap on there. So she helped me make a website basically, and this is before. This is my LA models comp card, so this is when I'd already started modeling. I had modeling photos. My comp card, basically the website just had a series of photos, different types of poses, different types of moods, you know, like happy, sad, intense, sexy, whatever. I don't know, whatever it could be, you know what I mean? You gotta go for every single look. And what I did, I took that link and I sent like this paragraph, which is like a basic paragraph. Hey, my name is Tay. I want to model. Here's some photos. Here's my website. Please let me know. I took that paragraph and I DM'd, literally, I'm not gassing, I'm not exaggerating. Y'all know when I tell these stories, I'm never capping. I DM'd 100 agencies on Instagram. Most y'all gonna hear this and click off the video. Don't click off yet. This isn't how I got it. I got it in the easier way, but that's not how I got it. But I DM'd 100 agencies. So I just want to give y'all a hint. When you want something, you can't stop, because I know most of y'all won't even send 25 DMs. I sent 100, and I sent them to verified agencies that were verified with 500K. They actually opened it up, responded to me, and sent me a link to their website that says submit. So that is one way that works. Now, me personally, I'm not gonna lie, this is where I got lazy. It's harder to submit, because when you submit, there's like little boxes for your name, your height, your this. You got to type it all in individually, and it's harder to do that rather than just sending one paragraph to all these Instagrams, because you just copy and paste and go. Copy, paste, send. Copy, paste, send. Copy, paste, send. Type. Takes you 20 minutes. You know what I mean? So if you really want to become a model, first things first, yo, go take some nice photos. And I'm gonna give you guys some advice. First things first, your Instagram should resemble the fact, like, it should resemble you being a model. Like, you should have nice photos in your Instagram. That could be on the iPhone, that could be with a photographer. A lot of you guys have cameras you don't use. A lot of you guys have cameras that you could easily just go get a friend to take a picture with you, or you could just pay a photographer or pay some of your friends. Now, if you don't have that much money to invest, like, bro, honestly, I personally don't think you gotta take the craziest photos in the world. You don't gotta look like you're a pro model to become a model, because a lot of model agencies don't care. Like, they understand that you're starting. They don't care how much, like, you know, how much stuff you got behind you, how many times you model. They see you, they want you, they want you. They understand that if you're new, they're gonna have to learn some things. So that's what it is. I didn't know what I was doing. My friend, my sister, she took photos on the iPhone for me. You know what I mean? And that was it. And I uploaded them, and actually, they're really cool. I still have the website up, and I think they're really cool photos. And after modeling, I still think they're good photos, and it makes sense because she's a model. She's a very successful model at a young age, so it makes sense. So anyway, going back to what I was saying, there's two types of photos, right? There's regular photos from photo shoots, and you know, you guys should take some nice photos. I'll put some photos up on here as I'm talking, and there's things called digitals. Now, I'll drop some digitals on here. Digitals are basic photos. They're basically just pointing you out for what you are, just everything. So there's some shirtless ones, and I'm talking about guys right now. Girls, I haven't really checked any girl digitals. I don't know. So for the women, you know, I don't think women take shirtless digitals. Maybe they do. And when I say shirtless, obviously you have your bra on and stuff, but I don't know if they do that. I know for men we do. So you basically take shirtless digitals, shirt digitals, blah, blah, blah. You got a basic pair of blue jeans or black jeans, a white t-shirt, a black t-shirt, just one of those two shirts, black sneakers, just whatever regular sneakers. Nothing you're wearing should take any attention away from you. You want to look like an NBA 2K player. Like, you just got to do with your brown shirt, your brown pants, and you're playing. You know what I mean? You're going to take basic photos. One straight profiles. You're gonna take headshot, basically, you know, like portraits, you know, straight shots, profiles, full body, maybe one hand in the pocket, smiling, you know, take your shirt off, same thing, straight, side, show your body, you know, smile again, maybe put your hands in your pocket, and then you drop a video after that. Maybe you walking around like, you know, boom. I'll put mine right here. Hey, my name is Tay-Jaughn Hope. I'm 24 years old, 6 feet tall, and I represent LA Models. So boom, y'all see how that looked, right? So those are some things I took after I joined the agency. You know, those are my more recent digitals that I just took in my house by myself. My grandma helped me. She took some photos of me. I took the video by sitting my phone up against the thing. Those don't have to be crazy, because the point of digitals are showing the agency everything about you. Like, not only are these photo shoots nice, but you get digital. So let me give you an example. You're a model. You're a canvas. So imagine you get a white canvas, you want to draw on it. The white canvas is you. The better the canvas, the more you can do with it. If you just submit photos from photo shoots, you already have a canvas that was drawn on. So you're basically only showing them what you have. You can't show them what you can be. You don't know what you can be. I didn't become a model knowing that these are what my photos are going to look like. They told me, they dressed me, they showed me the more that I can be. So the more basic your digitals are, the more potential you show. So put those nice photos in your Instagram, because now a lot of modeling pages are checking out your Instagram. They want to see if you got nice photos. That's basically your comp card. My Instagram is filled with my modeling photos. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's just what it is. Like, you want to make sure your profile represents what you want to be. Now, that's enough talk. Let's get into how I actually became a model. So one of my friends was in an agency. He knew that I wanted to become a model, right? This agency was hosting what you call, you know, Instagram live auditions. So like, I joined Instagram live. It was the agent who owned the agency, and it was me. I joined the agency, and I was the first model that he's ever signed off of the live. And you know, like, and when I say that, literally, like, he has these live interviews. There's probably like 20 models each time. I'm the first person he's ever signed on the spot. Didn't even get to meet me. He was in Brooklyn. I was in California at the time, across the country. He signed me, took the contract over the next day. It was boom. I had facial hair on my face. I had cut it off in the live. I'm so dedicated. I literally cut it off in the live, cut off all my facial hair. I haven't not had facial hair at that point, which is back in December of 2020, since like 2015 when I didn't have facial hair in high school. So I had no clue what my face looked like, you know what I'm saying? So I cut it off right there on the spot, and he asked me some questions, asked me about myself. I was prepared. I told him I'd acted on MTV, I had my own website, I'm a YouTuber, I had all my stuff up and ready, because you know, when you're a model, it's not just your looks, they also want to know what you do, because the more things you do, the easier it is for you to get shoots. So if there's a basketball shoot and you've never picked up a basketball, they don't want you. They want a basketball player because you look more natural. So like, the more things you do and the more things you can pitch to them, the more opportunity you have to get more shoots. So I played basketball, I did this, do music, I sing, I dance, YouTube, photography, I cut my own hair. There's a whole bunch of stuff I do. So there's a lot more opportunities for me to get into more things. The more you do, the better. Which is why I'm always preaching it's better to do more than one thing, because being a jack of all trades is better than being a master of one. Or you could be like me and learn to be a master of all trades, which I'm still learning to do. So like I said, I joined the live. He asked me a couple things. I told him everything I do. He got to talk to me, and then boom, I was signed. And that was my mother agency. A couple months later, I interviewed for 2 agencies. I interviewed for IMG Models and LA Models. Two of the biggest, you know, two of some of the biggest agencies there are. I'm so happy and so blessed that LA Models signed me, because they take very good care of me. My agent is outstanding. I literally can't explain to you that my agent over there is outstanding. And I don't want you to think that's my individual agent. He runs the men's department, so he literally just talks to all the male models there. But I gotta tell you, man, if you're watching this, I'm not gonna say your name because I don't want people to know your personal name, but like, we email every day. In fact, you just emailed me a second ago, which is why I checked my phone. 1 second, y'all, let me reply to this. He just hit me up about some stuff. He just sent me an email about something we were talking about earlier. Great guy, I love him to death. He really treats me very well, and if I have any problems with my family or something, I can't go to a shoot, he always makes sure he accommodates me, and he goes out of his way. Like, when I say out of his way, he goes all the way out of his way. So that's some advice I give you. Don't just sign to the first agency. Like, IMG Models has 2 million followers, and I think LA Models maybe has 475K, 450K, 400K, something like that. They're both verified, and most people want to sign to the biggest one because of the clout. I can respectfully say to you that the number of followers they have don't mean anything. It's the people in the agency, and just because they have more followers don't mean they have more connections, because LA Models is connected everywhere, baby. Like, they're sister companies, New York Models, and it's just like, I'm very blessed, you know what I mean? So like, make sure you sign with the people that take care of you. What's the point of them having all these connections, you guys don't have chemistry and you don't connect properly? Like, then what do you get? I'd rather have someone that treats me well, and they still have a crap load of connections. Honestly, it's probably the same, there's no difference. And you know, we connect well and we're able to be on the same page, and they help you out because it's a family thing. So there you go, guys. There's how to become a model. I simply suggest that you go and you check out all the agencies there is. You apply to all of them. I don't care if they have 10K followers, because my first modeling agency, my mother agency, I think they had 12K followers, and they got me signed with an agency that's 400K. Don't let the numbers decide anything for you, because the Instagram followers simply just tell you how many people follow them. That's it. So like I said, go apply, get your Instagram looking nice, take some digitals, take some nice photos, hit up your friends with cameras. If you don't got cameras, you got an iPhone, you got an Android, doesn't matter the quality of your photos, take them, edit them a little bit, have some fun with it, and yo, just literally, like I said, have some fun with it, yo. It's gonna be a long road. I just started. I've got like 1 billion auditions, and I probably only successfully got like 6 or 7. And that's just simply because things you can't control. Sometimes you don't get gigs, not because I don't look good enough or they didn't want me. It's simply because maybe there was another kid that they wanted that has shorter hair than me, and they wanted shorter hair for the shot. Well, this kid has less tattoos. This kid has more tattoos. This kid looks a little skinnier. I want a skinnier shot. This kid looks bigger. I want him. Like, there's little things that you can't control, guys. So the things you can control, I gave it to you guys. And this is a long video. It's a 20-minute video. I'm about to stop talking. It's your boy Backpack Tay. That's how to become a model. That's how I became a model. Let's get to it. If you guys got any questions, leave it in the comment section. If not, check out my Instagram at Tay-Jaughn, Tay-Jaughn. It's your boy Backpack Tay. We out of here.
Yeah, coming up was real tough. I was a bad kid, always caught up in some stuff. Never lie, but always bluff. We felt stuck. Granny and granddad never had enough.